Let's take this show on the road. Shit, different day. I be bored out my mind. Hometown, love my place, but while I'm in my prime, gotta go get away. Hop a train, cop a flight, and ride. Tonight I gotta break free. My job, those boss be working my nerves. Clock out at 4, phone do not disturb. My boyfriend's cool. I need my girls, the world is ours, so run it up, let's go to a land where we cannot be found. So off the grid, way too little, slow down. No, me and who when they see me out, booked it 'cause I'm not waiting around for you. Let's fucking go, Miami. Let's fucking go, Chicago. Let's fucking go, P-Mall. Let's fucking go, Houston. Let's fucking go, Atlanta. Let's fucking go, Tokyo. Let's fucking go, Brazil. Let's fucking go, London. Let's fucking go, South Africa. Let's fucking go, Korea. Let's fucking go, New York. Let's fucking go, Toronto. Let's fucking go, Paris. Let's fucking go, Nigeria. Let's fucking go, DC. Let's fucking go, and then it's just fucking go. Trees, new beach, we be out on the coast. Swimsuit, 2-piece, catch me doing the most. Eating good in Perry, grab a glass, make a toast to life. Just living like it's my life. In these streets, music playing all night. Hawaii, I found my peace on a mountain zip line. Australia stole my heart, and the natives are fine as hell. Oh well, let's spend it all tonight in a land where we cannot be found. So off the grid, way too late to slow down. No, do what I please 'cause I'm very grown. If you with me, we not staying home tonight. Let's fucking go, yeah. Let's fucking go, yeah. Let's fucking go, let's fucking go, yeah.
Hey, everybody. It is Tea Talk with your girl. It is Monday, and we are live again. Hey, y'all. Hey. Sorry, I was grabbing something on the other side of my room. I thought I had more time on the other side, but I didn't. Hey, y'all. What's happening? Let me see. I got 7 people in the live. Please hit the like button. Hit the like button. I see D. Herford, T Talk member. Mahogany Meeks, T Talk member. Lady Maud, Tamika Williams, T Talk member. Hey, girl. How y'all doing this evening? Y'all all right? Ooh. Let me get myself comfortable up in here. I am not turning on the light, so the sheriff over there on the other block. Oh, Lord. What the sheriff doing around here? Who done got in trouble? Not the sheriff over there at the people's house. Why I'm all the way over on the other side of the street, on the other block, though? I don't even live over that side. But I can see all the way over there through my bedroom window. Sheriff in somebody's house. Hey, Just Damn. Welcome up in here. Yeah, the sheriff's at somebody's house, y'all. It ain't mine, though. It ain't mine. It ain't mine. Thank goodness it ain't mine, child. Anyway, y'all know we got a little bit to talk about. I want to talk about Nene Nene did an interview. Yes, honey, the popo over there at the stand. The popo is over there. Hey, Carol Belfon, welcome up in here. Nene did an interview, y'all, over there with Cynthia Bailey and Crystal Minkoff. Now, if you don't know who Crystal Minkoff is um Crystal Minkoff is the one of the Beverly Hills housewives, right? So yeah, that's who she is. And so they have a podcast together, Cynthia and Crystal. So Nene went over there and interviewed with them. So I'm gonna talk a little bit about that. She talks about a little bit about who's Nene Leakes. At least this is what I want to talk about tonight. She talks a little bit about who's Nene Leakes. But the thing for me that she speaks on that I want to speak on tonight, because I didn't watch the whole interview, but the thing that she speaks on that I want to talk about tonight is Traitors. People said that Nene Leakes did not do Traitors because of money, and that was a lie. And people got to stop. People got to stop just running with stuff and making it. Remember, I had told y'all that I said I ain't never heard Nene say that. So until I heard Nene say that, I don't think that's it. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that's it. I need Nene to say she didn't do Traitors because of the money, because she actually wanted to do it. Okay. Also, I'm gonna talk real briefly about Cardi B and Stephon Diggs. Are they broke up or are they playing games? I don't know which one. Don't care. But the thing is what I do care about is the fact that Cardi is the one getting dragged. I do believe Cardi moved too fast. I do. And I only believe that because I am a living witness that moving too fast don't help nobody, especially not you. You need to heal. You need to heal up the wounds that were caused by Offset. There are plenty of them there. That man has cheated on you several times. Lord knows what kind of names he called you behind closed doors. I don't know what all you went through, but if he was out here publicly cheating on you, I can only imagine what he was doing to your ass in private. Okay, I can only imagine what he was doing to you in private, right? So, with that being said, y'all, it's looking like they might have broke up. I don't know. But anyway, also I want to talk a little bit about Shamea. Shamea did an interview over there at Essence, whatever it's called, the Essence something. You know that little thing they had this weekend. And she had a lot to say. She spoke on Portia. She spoke on Phaedra and the Angela situation. She spoke on Britt Edie, stuff like that. She was speaking, y'all. She was speaking. So I want to check that out too. But we will go ahead and start with Cardi and Stephon because it's really just, basically the Cardi, y'all know Cardi and Stephon, they've been dating for a few months now since Cardi and Offset finally, you know, broke up or whatever they do. Okay, so her and Stephon, they was out here hot and heavy, and they was a little couple. He done put her over there in the castle over there in Paris and all this other stuff. You know what I'm saying? They was out here looking like they was gonna make some shit happen. Well, I told Cardi from the beginning, the boy had a new baby and a new a girl coming out. Those guys ain't never the best guys. And then you had this whole football team basically saying, when they asked, who would you not want your sister to be with? They all said Stephon. Nobody wanted Stephon, their sister to be with Stephon. So I don't know why Cardi didn't get it. Yeah, that makes me too dark. And I can't turn the light on. It's too hot in here. I don't know why Cardi didn't take heed that she was getting the Offset 2.0. But she didn't take heed to it. So now she didn't went around and now she might be hurt. She might have a little bit of hurt feelings. But for Offset to come out and call himself gloating tells me he's a bitch ass nigga. Because the bottom line is this. Oops, I ain't even reached the 10-minute mark. Well, bye-bye ass. What that tells me is he's a ban, B-A-N. Because the bottom line is Offset, that's your children's mother. That's your children's mother. And you should want the best for your children. And you should want the best caliber of man around your children. So for you to get on the internet and gloat about the fact that Cardi them took all of the boys' pictures off her page and they ain't together, and then Stephon, he out here riding on the back of boats looking like he this is comfortable and he don't care. I mean, Offset shouldn't be speaking on it, y'all. In my opinion. He shouldn't be gloating. He shouldn't be nothing. He was a BAM before Cardi got with him. Exactly. Well, y'all know Tia ain't my favorite person. She ain't my favorite no more, but she had something to say. She read them down a little bit. And we're going to go ahead and listen to it. We're going to go ahead and listen to Tia on Offset and Cardi B, okay? Yes. Where'd I put it at? Right here. Oh, boy. Sound bites coming now.
Offset, you upset. I'm so sick of you thinking something is a key. You laughing at my niece like something funny. Let me tell your bubba nose behind something with more funky dreads in your head. You mad because it ain't even no more Trio Migos, nigga. You solo dolo and you can't even spin. You can't even spin a block or spin a turntable, sucker. You can't. You can't even spin a record on a turntable in a strip club right now. Leave my niece alone. Stop thinking everything funny, cause she over there screwing with a trick. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. She ain't trying to lock Stephon down. Stephon, listen, little boy. You're fine, little young boy. You're handsome. You're fine, young man. Lock your balls up, dog. Lock your balls up. Cardi ain't for the have no more. That's it. She ain't having no more. Trust. She would not put herself through that. Offset, you upset. I'm so sick of you thinking something.
So I agree with Ted. Offset is upset and he mad, and that's his way of lashing out at Cardi. Hey, ham sandwich. Hey, Jamie. T-Talk member, welcome up in here. That's his way of lashing out at Cardi. Because baby, I don't know why you would ever go gloating about somebody mistreating the mother of your children. But that's how dumb some of these men is out here. They think it's a flex that somebody is disrespecting their child's mother. That's not a flex. It's not a flex. You should be ready to punch him in the face for putting your kids through that, coming around your kids. You should have told him, don't play with my wife unless you're serious, right? Because I already did enough damage. She don't need two of us. That's what you should have said. That's what you should have said, boy. But that ain't what you said. You went along with the bullshit. You went right along with the bullshit. So yeah, but what Stephon allegedly said about Cardi is so disgusting. What did he allegedly say? Are you talking about the BBL stuff? Because I think that's a made-up story. If he said something other than that same outlet started a whole one about somebody else said that about her. I don't know why. So if that's it, I'm not sure if he said it. Unless you saw him or heard him say it, or he wrote it, then I don't believe that. I just don't believe he said that. Is that what you're talking about? Because I seen that. But I think that's one of those AI generated things. Hey, sound checking that? I think that's one of them AI generated things. I really do. I don't think he said it. I could be wrong. I've been wrong before. I'm sure I'll be wrong again someday. He didn't say that. They have been floating that disgusting lie for a while. Yeah, that's a fake story. Uh-huh. That's a fake story. Fake news for clicks and views. That's what I call it. Fake news for clicks and views. Yep. Fake news for clicks and views. People don't make good sense the way they do stuff like that. They don't care about nobody's feelings or nothing, just making up nasty stories and lying on people, and it's just this. It's just it's disgusting to me. It really is. Mm-hmm. Okay, y'all. Let me show y'all this real fast. I just love this. The person that came up with this was genius, by the way. This don't look like the person that actually do it, but this one was cute too. So I mean, I'm gonna be okay with it. Hmm. It's a clip, the baby clip from RHOA.
Here, a tired Mama Joyce wig. Hey, what? What? Wait a minute now. What's wrong with Mama Joyce? I mean, you are a beautiful woman, and I told Candy that. But she was trying to knock off your look. Really, Sheree, you are always trying to start some shit. You don't want to come from me, can you? No, I don't. She called my hair a tired Mama Joyce wig.
Look, ain't that cute, y'all? I'm sorry, I love these babies. I mean, baby Nene is my favorite, but big Nene is my favorite. So I mean, well, I guess the baby would be my favorite too. I do gotta say, this Sheree baby was too damn cute. I'm trying to tell you. I don't know why they had Candy in the goddamn high chair though. Candy in the high chair. She the one who do the most. They can't put her in the baby chair. What in the world? Put that gal in the baby chair. Look, Portia back on her YouTube. She right back on her YouTube, child. Portia ain't playing with y'all. She said she getting all that money from YouTube. She came right back from Scotland over there filming Traitors. Nene was supposed to do it. They asked her first. Okay. They asked Nene first. But she couldn't go. Made me sad why she couldn't go. Okay, here we go. Shamea says it was unfortunate that Brittany did not attend the reunion because she fabricated a lot of drama between her and Portia. Oh my. Oh my.
Come to the reunion because that would have been an opportunity to hash out a lot of the things that she said and she did. She's one to throw a rock and hide her hand. She definitely created and fabricated a lot of the drama that you saw that took place with me and Portia and her talking about my child and her saying, after Grenada, I didn't go and meet up with my child. I went to Miami. That was untrue. After Grenada, we had a layover in Miami. Now, this is tea that no one knows. We had a layover in Miami. And if you go back to that date, I think it was August 7th or something like that. When we laid over, I had my mom and my kids fly in so that I could meet them in Miami. So I was with my children the entire weekend. Most of the time, if I'm out and about working, vacationing, my kids are somewhere near. So it's unfortunate that she would think that I would use my daughter's health and her medical fragility to get attention and clout chase. I wish it was that, because then I wouldn't have to stay at the hospital as much as I did. I wouldn't. Fortunate that she did not come to the reunion because that would have been an opportunity to have out a lot of the things that she said and she did. She's one to throw a rock and hide her hand. She
Sound check says, shut up, Shamea. Hey, Thelma, T-Talk member. Tamika says, so did Kenya lie? Because she said it as well. What did Kenya say? Shamea, you fabricated your own drama with Portia, like Angela did with Phaedra. Okay. They said Candy is always eating. Yeah, she is. She always wanted. Remember, she always wanted to stop and eat. Nene used to get so bad. Oh, Candy always wanted to stop for a cheeseburger. Nene said, "Child, listen. What y'all think about this right here? This first little clip, because it's 4 clips. Now we gotta go through all 4 of them before we even get to the Nene part. Now, what y'all think about that?" Me personally, I don't think Britt fabricated a damn thing. I think it's easy for you to say that she fabricated it now because her ass didn't bring her ass to that reunion. So now you got one up on her. But I don't think Britt fabricated shit. I think you showed them goddamn text messages. That's why Portia knew that what Britt was talking about when she said it, because you showed it to her. And that's why her face was like, oh my fucking, I know she lying. No, Shamea, you're lying. You're lying right now. Now, about your kid, I didn't hear the girl talk about your kid. So, unless there's other footage somewhere, you still saying that girl talked about your kid, you're going to have to come out and tell us what she said about your kid so that we all can be in the same group chat. Because right now, you just keep saying that this girl talked about your kid, but where at, though? When did she talk about your kid? Because saying that you fabricated a story about your child, or you stayed in Miami when you should have went home, is not talking about your kid. It's talking about you and the poor choices that you made while parenting. That's what Britt is trying to say. That's not what I'm saying. But Britt was saying you made a poor choice as a parent by taking your ass to Miami for shots and all that. But you say you brought your mama down there with your kids. So if your mama came down there with the kids, and why the fuck wasn't you with your mama and your kids? Why was you out taking shots with them? You should have been with your kids. Either way. I don't give a what nobody say. You're not going to tell me. You're not going to tell me that my child was sick while I had to go off and work. And when the first chance I get around her, to get to be around her, I'm going to be in fucking Miami. Hell no. Get somebody else to do that big bullshit. I ain't finna do. I'm gonna go with my kids. I don't work with y'all hoes. Okay, see y'all later. I got to go do mommy duty now. And I had a sick baby. So trust me, I know we need breaks. And I got my breaks. Well, my ex-husband was good about that too, making sure I got breaks, and my sister. But I got my breaks. My youngest kid was sick too. And I every time I went to the doctors until he was 2 years old, these people was like, if he lives to be, if he makes it this far, if. That's what I heard for 2 straight years with my kids. So I know about a sick baby. I know about being in the hospital 1 too many times. I know about getting up in the middle of the night and taking a suction cup and beating my kid on the back to make sure he's breathing. I know about all that. So I can tell you right now that at the first chance I get, if I flew my kids to Miami, I wouldn't have been out taking shots with no motherfucking Kelly and them. D says now she had the children flew to Miami. That's not what she said before. She spoke on her and it was truthful. If you were consumed by what happened, you would have went straight home. Thank you. Ham Sandwich says, I would never share text messages with anyone that me and my bestie has had. Exactly. That's the part. Sweet Tea says Shamea is a liar as well. Exactly. That's all I'm saying. Let's move on to the next clip.
Do you think that Phaedra really set Angela up for that whole scene?
I don't know. That's kind of hard to believe. Initially I thought, what is happening with Angela? Like, girl, no one even knew that you and Charles were going to be at that event from what I've heard. So it kind of feels like something that her and Drew might have set up themselves at first. But then she told me, she was like, well, remember what happened to you? And I was like, I mean, you know, I get how this group can be creative, but.
Well, Shamea, let's talk about what happened to you. Okay? Let's talk about it. Because now, I'm going to tell you the truth, Shamea. Now that Candy has came out and said what she said, she like it. Okay? Candy Monster, she like eating on cookies. That's what she said. Okay? We're going to call you a cookie just for the sake of it. Okay? Now, let me just say this, Shamea. Candy came out and said it. She only like to eat cookies that she know. She don't like randoms. She don't like randoms. So, in my opinion, I don't believe that they was lying on you too hard. I don't. I believe that maybe you did dibble and dabble with Todd and Candy, and you don't want your husband to know that. Because he is where he from, they don't believe in all that nasty shit that you did. So you want him to believe that you are something that you're not. So y'all keep the secret and y'all willing to take it to your little grave or wherever you're going to take it to. Okay? But I don't believe that what they said was far-fetched. What you got to realize is Phaedra and Candy was best friends too. I'm sure Phaedra knew a lot more than she told. Okay? And unfortunately, I'm sorry, y'all might not like me, but I believe that might not have been made up. Sorry, not sorry.
Phaedra wasn't there long. She just got to the party. Why would she? Why? What's the point? Like, what's the motive behind it? They're like, well, when they talked that stuff about Candy, there was no motive. But they had been.
There she go again, bringing up Candy. Everywhere she goes, she got to bring up Candy or she got to bring up Portia. It got to be a reason for her to talk about Candy or for her to talk about Portia. Nobody, listen. There are some people that is still out here saying, well, Phaedra, she did this to Candy. Or Phaedra, she said that. Phaedra, I don't listen. Candy made a lot of money off of that lie. So when do we move on? If she moved on and she went down there and went to every little place she could and dragged that little dungeon show on the road, and y'all still mad, get over it. It didn't hurt her at all. Hey, Charlene W, a member for 19 months. Give it up. Thank you for your support. All right.
In and out for a while, so I could see that. But I don't know. I would hope that she wouldn't stoop that low. I don't see it. Like, I didn't see the relevance. You know, I mean, a lot of people are saying Angela did it herself. She set it up herself. And if she did that, that's crazy. I mean,
do you think that Phaedra really said? Now we got to.
Mm-hmm. Right. That's right. Get over it. Candy, Todd, T.I., Tiny, all of it. Portia says she was kissing Candy too. I believe Portia, they all licked boxes. Oh, I definitely believe it. I definitely believe they all played in the pond together. That's what I believe. I believe they played in the pond together, honey. Yeah, that's what I believe. I believe they played in the pond together. Yes, indeed. That's what I believe. Mm-hmm. The lady pond, that is. Yep. That's just what I believe. So I don't know about you and what you believe. But that's what I believe, honey. That's exactly what I believe. They played in the pond together. They played together. Lick, lick. Lick, lick. That's what I think. Water under the bridge. Who cares at this point? That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Let that shit go already.
Talk about you and Portia because it's unfortunate to kind of watch how things have played out. But I think at this point, after the reunion, after things have been said, because it seems like y'all were on a good path on the show. But I know these things happen and then, life happens. So where do y'all sit after this reunion?
Well, and you'll see on reunion how we both agreed to just not talk about each other in the press. And I often get questions about Portia. So I said, you know what, I'm not going to do it anymore. And we're going to give each other the space to heal and to do what we need to do. And hopefully one day we'll get back on the same page. I love Portia. I want nothing but the best for her.
Yeah, and we want to see y'all back in a good space. And we don't want this show to get in between y'all. Now we got to talk about you and Portia because it's unfortunate to kind of watch how things have played out. But I think at this point, after the reunion, after things have been said, because it seems like y'all were on a good path on the show. But I know these things happen and then, life happens. So where do y'all sit after this reunion?
Well, and you'll see on reunion how we both agreed to just not talk about each other in the.
So I have to stop right there. I didn't get a chance to stop it. First of all, Shamea, y'all didn't agree not to talk about each other. You must have agreed not to talk about Portia. Because when was Portia talking about you? I need to know when did this happen that Portia was talking about you. Because, girl, I missed that. What show was it on? Besides that one time when she addressed Candy, because Candy felt so comfortable to bring her ass on here and share that you and Portia wasn't good. So she had to respond to that because of all the questions that was coming at her. That lady don't sit around talking about you. Dee said Portia don't talk about you, Shamea. Exactly. Look, sound check said exactly. Portia don't talk about you. So you must agree that you was going to stop using Portia for clout. In every interview that you go in, you mention Portia's name, Candy's name. Now you done added Phaedra to the pile. You don't think you got enough to be a housewife. That's what you think to yourself. Clearly, that's why you keep bringing other housewives to all your interviews. You have yet to go on an interview by yourself. I have yet to see you go on an interview and not mention Portia. Yet.
We think the girls are broke. Not you, but the girls don't have money.
Now, why would she laugh like that? Why would she laugh like that? When somebody say we think the girls are broke. Really? Well, I guess that could be something for them to argue about. I guess. Hey, they call me Corp Diva. Welcome up in here, T-Talk member.
Oh, man, that's unfortunate. I try not to count people's pockets, but a lot of people thought I did when I came for Britt saying that she wasn't donating.
And you did. You absolutely did. You say the girl was wearing a motherfucking Birkin, driving a Mercedes, a Rolls Royce. That's what you said. You did say that. You absolutely did judge her for how much she gave. You absolutely did.
But the thing is, it wasn't just about her donations, right? It's how she was moving and the things she was saying. But you know how reality TV is. They only chop it down. You only see so much. But Britt and I and Kelly had a conversation prior to that whole Grenada scene where I talked about donating and how we got to show up. I told her privately, one-on-one, and she spoke up about it. So I was like, well, yeah, if you want to do that, then we can make it public. Fine. But
so because Britt said something to you, then you got to make it public how much she gave you and the girl, Strawberry Shortcake. Y'all both had to out her and tell how little she gave and this, that, and the third, and she didn't give the $1,000 like the other girls, and so on and so forth. Shamea mad because she had a effed up season. Lapdog. Girl, it's ridiculous, Miss Tina. She trying to rewrite her season now. She messed up bad. She went on there talking shit about Portia, and she thought that she was going to gain all these followers. She didn't expect people to see her She didn't expect people to see her. G Tina, where are you located at? She didn't expect people to see her and to see her for who she was. She thought that money and that little bit of stuff her and her husband got, whole lot of stuff actually. She thought the millions of dollars in that big old house and all that was gonna be enough to knock Portia off her pedestal. But she don't know most of us watch this are ordinary people, and we ain't tripping off of your fucking money, girl. We ain't tripping. Your money don't entertain us. It's not the money. It's not how much money y'all got. You got to have that it factor. You got to have that thing that make us want to come back. You ain't got it as far as I can tell. You lies a lot. You ain't the type to say it with your chest. Meaning, if I say something about you behind your goddamn back, I'll tell you in your goddamn face. You don't seem to be able to do that. You talk behind Portia back, and then when she confronts you with it, you pretend that Britt lying, Angela lying, Drew lying, every motherfucking body lying on you. Then Drew said you made her pinky promise. That's what Drew said. You in Arkansas, so we praying right now over Arkansas. May God curve those storms and just shut them down. Enough people already, the storms done did enough damage, God. You can just calm down. We know you're not happy. Just calm the seas down, calm the storms and the winds, the rains, and anything else that's near G Tina tonight. We thank you and we love you. Amen. Let's see. Hey, Cricket 22, welcome up in here. G Tina, praying for your safety and protection throughout this storm. In Jesus' name, it is done. It is done. Mm-hmm. Yeah, she been missed. You ain't lying, D. I can tell when she not here. Yeah. So, I tell you what, Shamea, girl, you ain't it. You is not it to me. You don't have that factor. And you thought coming on here tearing Portia down was going to build you up. And it did not. It did not do it. It did not. So sorry, not sorry. And stop telling people that Britt talked about your kid. Unless you're gonna tell us that Britt said something other than you said that your daughter was sick, and then you went to Miami and partied a little longer. Unless you're gonna tell us something different, then yeah, we don't need to know about that. We love you too, boo. Yeah, we don't need to know about that. Unless you're gonna tell us something different, go on with that bullshit. We're not here for it. But good luck to you next season with your peach. Cause I sure hope Portia don't let you strong arm her or Phaedra into talking about that old shit. Cause you brought it up on the reunion. So I really hope that you didn't do that to try to keep your storyline going with them. Cause we don't want to hear about that old shit. That shit, you giving resuscitation to something that's just gone. It's a flatline. And you trying to put a defibrillator on it and bring it back. Let that shit go. Hey, TNTG Mom. T-Talk member, welcome up in here. Miss Tina says she praying for everybody in the path of these storms. Yeah, we need these storms to calm down. And then that fool said that he not going to put the meteorologist back to work. Big dummy. He talking about this is something that only happen once in 100 years. You's a dumb boy. Oh, Lord. And now the people that voted for him crying and crying. Go sit down somewhere. We don't want to hear y'all fucking whining. We'll fix this in the preliminaries. We about to fix it. We about to shut him down. Hopefully, we'll get to him before he do too much more damage. Just make sure y'all show up and vote. Make sure y'all show up and vote. That's what you got to do. You got to show up and vote. Because the United States, they ain't really tripping because I know damn well they know Elon Musk stole the election allegedly, and in my opinion, anytime he can come out and say the only reason why you got it is because of me, yeah, he did something. He absolutely did something. Okay, period. In the point in the blank. All right, so let's get into Nene and let's get into Nene and Cynthia, y'all. Ooh. Because this is a good interview. I have to watch the whole thing. Today I came home and I just wanted to kind of hold up. I'm gonna get it. Let me send it to myself. Oh, oh, oh. Child. See that. All right. Shout out to Cynthia Bailey and Crystal Minkoff, two of my favorite soft air girls. They so soft. They don't really like to make too much noise, especially that Crystal. She let people walk over her. But anyway, shout out to them for their podcast. This was a cute interview. Okay, to speed it up a little bit.
Right. Yeah. And now I'm part of the blueprint because I came on season 3 as your friend.
What's really crazy is all the shows that followed us. It was almost like they used our blueprint. They needed a girl who was younger and married to an older man. They needed somebody who, I was doing that was me. Right. And they needed somebody that was blonde or somebody that was outspoken, somebody that was like the person that got along with everybody. I mean, they really did follow our footprints. They did. Yeah.
Did you feel like after 1 or 2 seasons that you were portrayed exactly like who you were?
No. I never feel like I'm being portrayed as who I am.
Interesting.
Ever. I feel like.
Well, who are you?
No,
because a lot of people don't really know. Who is Nene Leakes?
Because
who the hell are you?
The Nene Leakes that I know from the outside is, the diva.
Who do you think she is? What
I
does
am
she look
so
like
not a diva.
Let us say it first. Okay, when you look at Miss Leakes, what do you see? Who do you think?
Well, you're obviously the shade queen.
Oh, am I?
Yeah, you are.
I don't think so. I think that's Cynthia.
Okay,
Nene.
We're gonna keep the focus on you right now.
I am not the shade queen.
You're a true comedian.
For sure.
Okay. You're a comedian.
I'm a funny lady.
You're very funny. We don't blow smoke up anyone. Like, I don't. But we're kind. We don't, like, you are single-handedly to me the ultimate housewife. Like, you're you're the primary. And there's a lot of OGs and whatever. But but I think people think of you as like super, snappy, and you always have some comeback ready and like.
But I can be ready. If I ain't ready, I'll get ready.
But where does that come from? Like,
I don't know.
I wish I took your class before I did the show.
I feel like you have to touch a certain button. Like that's almost like touching a certain nerve. And then I think all of us have. You know what I'm saying? When they touch a certain nerve, we're like, okay, hold on, wait. We can pop back quick.
Right. Did the show?
So first, let me just say, I love the chemistry that they have. Of course, Nene and Cynthia, they really were real friends at one point, and Cynthia actually let Kenya ruin that for her, and now she's found out that Kenya wasn't her friend in the first place. But they already have chemistry. But I think Crystal is bouncing off of them very well, and I like the fact that they are acknowledging that the Real Housewives of Atlanta was the blueprint for the housewives. They took their makeup, right? Just like I was talking about y'all earlier about the sisters, right? You did watch one episode of Divorced Women. That show is crazy good so far. Yes, Tina, I told you. But Divorced Sisters and Sisters, they took the makeup from Sisters and then named them Divorced Sisters, but they all different. And that's just like us in real life. We all different, but sometimes we may look like another one because, you might act like somebody you don't even know, right? Right? That's how it is. But I like the fact that they acknowledging that RHOA was the blueprint.
help you get better at that?
Oh, the show makes you get better. Like if you ain't good, you're gonna get good. Right?
Yeah. Oh, definitely. Well, I feel like with you, with your humor and even with your reads, you never really felt rehearsed. I felt like you can make up, like Nene basically single-handedly screwed up, I just want to say effed up white refrigerators for life. Like she literally went into
we just talked about this the other day.
I love it. I tell you, this girl took down white refrigerators. She went into a scene.
You changed every kitchen in America.
Everyone's looking at that refrigerator like, oh my God, do I have a white?
Okay, they not lying. Nene done tore up the fucking white refrigerators when I bought my house. That's the first thing I said. That white refrigerator gotta go. That white refrigerator don't even, but my white refrigerator looks so good in my kitchen. But still, that's the first thing I said was, oh, this house got a white refrigerator. Chad, I said stainless steel. I need stainless steel up in here. I got to get rid of this white refrigerator. For real. Hey, that blind lady, welcome up in here. It seems like I haven't been in the chat for a long time. Hey, girl. Yeah. That's crazy. Uh-oh, lights blinking. Okay, we praying for you. We definitely praying for you. I'll check on you later tonight. I'll text you and see how you are. Try to keep your power and stuff. Don't be outside with them winds if they blowing and stuff. We love you.
Refrigerator, this thing has to go.
That's what's so amazing because it's so not rehearsed. It's just who you are. And I think that's why you're so special because you cannot make that up. Well, and I just wonder, where does that come from? Were you always like this as a child? Were you always snappy?
Take us back before Housewives.
Yeah.
You know, I think as a child, I probably was. You know, as a child, my aunt raised me, my mother's oldest sister, and she had me in all kind of activities, modeling. You know, like every year when school, cheerleading, basketball, you know, theater, track, I had to do something every year. So every year when school started, she said, so what's your after school activities? Okay. So I had to pick something, 4-H club, a brownie, a Girl Scout. You know, I went away for a camp in summer. I don't know. I think doing all those things just made me kind of well-rounded, which is really good because I think a lot of kids don't do activities. My sons didn't do that many activities. And I feel like those activities really helped.
It does.
It
does.
Yes.
It does.
And it kind of made me who I am.
Yeah, and I think when we were growing up too, like we had to get out of the house. They didn't want us in the house.
No, they didn't.
And then by the time we had our kids, because Brent, Noel's, Brent and Noel are the same age, basically. And Noel literally was more of a house kid, where we were like, we get up, we ate, we had to hit the road, we had to go somewhere, and then just be back before the street light came on, basically.
Yeah, but like you said, when we grew up, we were kind of like, you gotta go outside and play. Like the kids don't go outside.
We were literally outside.
Like if you take them outside to play, somebody might take them. Right. So we could go outside and play. You know, we did all of our.
They speaking some truth right there. Yes, keep your phone on charge. They speaking some truth right there. Just tell Crystal either you got it or you don't, when knowing how and when to read. Right. I always forgot that I had memberships and I forget to go over there and see the video. But have you done the story time yet? I did. I started on Sunday and I'm going to break it down and put it on TikTok. I had actually contemplated, you know, not doing the series, but, you know, it is what it is. If people want to weaponize my life, if that's all they got, then let them do it. I mean, people take other story times off of TikTok and tear them up. So who am I, right? But it's something that I want to do for therapy, and I'm going to do it. I'm not going to let somebody else's ignorance stop me from telling my story the way I want to. Okay? So, yeah, I'm definitely going to be completing. I'm going to edit the video. Where I went wrong is I need to be pre-recording it on my phone. Pre-recording it on my phone so that I can then put it right on TikTok without have to go back and StreamYard and doing all that craziness. So yeah, but yeah, I'm definitely still doing story time. I got plenty of stories to tell, and I'm gonna get them out. All right. So
sports in the street, we hopscotch, you know,
all of that.
We jump kickball, jump rope.
But what was your persona in high school?
Yeah. Were you like popular?
So, yeah, I was popular. I was on homecoming court like a lot of girls, you know, stuff like that.
You guys were.
No, here's the thing. We're so different. I was homecoming queen.
I was not homecoming queen. I was on court and I was modeling up. And
that's queen girl.
We share the modeling thing. We share the homecoming. I was a cheerleader as well.
Yeah, so you guys were like bred as popular girls. Like that's a popular.
Yeah, so my senior year they do like the who's who or whatever, like in your thing, and I won most talkative.
Well, honey, that's right. Anyway, I've been talking ever since. Look how much money you get paid to talk now.
that one most talkative.
Yeah.
So, did you guys have that like
We
in your
did.
yearbook? Like,
Yep, I was.
Yeah,
I think I won best looking.
I think I won best dressed too.
Yeah, I won 2 as well.
Yeah.
You won 2
I
categories
think
as well.
so. And I'm pretty sure it was best dressed.
Yeah,
I was.
I see that.
And
You were best clown, and I don't even see that actually.
Yeah.
I mean, I do now on Humble Brag, but from watching you on Beverly Hills, I would never. I would never see that.
But of course, you guys were homecoming princess. They're princesses, right?
Well,
I was not a princess. They call them homecoming queens.
Yes.
They don't call them princesses.
So ours is you're the queen, but if you're on the court, you're a princess. That's how ours.
Oh, okay.
So like
yeah.
on the court, yeah.
Yeah, no. And just my growing up, my upbringing was.
All right, so for those who didn't know a little bit about Nene, now you know. She was raised by her aunt, and her aunt had her very busy in activities. Of course, because she didn't want her ass to get into no trouble. Trust me, I know. I did it to mine.
But you gotta feel bad for the girls coming after you too, because they got to make something happen. Like iconic lines they're far and few between.
Yeah.
From when you guys, you did that post last week, and we talked about like the most famous lines, right?
Yeah.
And it's like it all comes from you guys. Atlanta's probably number one, right? Today it's a lot harder.
Yeah.
So you can tell people rehearse things.
These are big shoes to fill. I will say that they're pretty big. And even all the girls that were working with me on the show as an ensemble, Cynthia and Kenya and Candy and Portia, everybody.
Yeah, Portia, Marlo,
I mean, these are big
Sheree.
shoes to step in.
Yeah.
I mean, what I do know is because every year when they get ready to cast, they would ask like all of us, like, who do we know? Like,
they
bring
still
somebody
do.
on and stuff like that. And I'm talking to girls and they're all like, I can do it. And I'm like, let's see. Soon as the cameras come on, this is different. When you step in the room, these girls will eat you up. I'm scared of y'all.
Did you think at that time when I gave you the friend contract that would blow up like it did?
No, that's one of those things that was really genuine. No one, that's something no one has ever done. I think, did I hear somebody talking about a friend contract on one of these shows?
I think after I did it. I think it came up
no
a couple
one
more
does.
times. But I was the originator.
That was iconic.
Yeah.
I asked you myself, I said, did somebody tell you to do that?
No.
Like, that was like,
I remember you told me about it.
Yeah.
This is crazy. When Cynthia tell us why she did this friend contract, man, I could not believe it. This was cute.
That was a genuine moment. I was like, oh my God, I don't know what's happening. It's my first season. You were my friend. You were the person they gave me. And then we actually became friends.
Yeah.
And, when you start a show like this, things start happening. And I'm like, wait a minute. And like, if there was ever a scene where Nene was in and I wasn't in, because I was literally like her little sidekick first season. So if she shot with him, I'd be like, wait, I'm supposed to be with Nene. Why am I not over there? So I was like, I got to drop a damn contract. You are my best friend, of course. Like, everyone had so much fun with it. They were calling me single black female.
Oh my God.
Stalker. When I said they wore me out first season, how bad
they
did
did the same thing I see now to Shamea, like lap dog.
Oh, yeah, the whole lap dog thing.
And I was so concerned, and I was right, that Cynthia would just fall prey to all that. Because I'm like, Cynthia, this is not true.
Right.
Like, but
and you would always say that.
Yeah,
like,
it's so hard when everybody's saying it.
Right.
People are saying it to you. Like, it's after a while, I guess it's like in your head, like, am I a lap dog? Like,
It's hard because actually the audience has an uncanny,
like financially, we're in that space a lot.
Low sexual desire is troubling to them.
Her little sidekick first season. So if she shot with them, I'd be like, wait, I'm supposed to be with Nene. Why am I not over there? So I was like, I got to drop a damn contract. You are my best friend, of course. Like, everyone had so much fun with it. They were calling me single black female.
Oh my God.
Stalker. When I said they wore me out first season, how bad
they did the same thing I see now to Shamea, like lap dog.
Oh, yeah, the whole lap dog thing.
And I was so concerned, and I was right, that Cynthia would just fall prey to all that. Because I'm like, Cynthia, this is not true.
Right.
Like, but
and you would always say that.
Yeah,
like,
but it's so hard when everybody's saying it.
Right.
People are saying it to you. Like, it's after a while, I guess it's like in your head, like, am I a lap dog? Like,
It's hard because actually the audience has an uncanny way of sort of creating this character. And then when you start to believe it, it starts to affect even yourself and how you act.
You see some.
So that might explain why Cynthia did a lot of that, what she did to Nene, because she was thinking that people was calling her a goddamn lapdog and she didn't want to be no lapdog. So she had to push back. But I did watch a replay yesterday and boy, y'all had me cracking up. I was dying over here. Y'all said Shamar is probably the reason why her group didn't make it. Yeah, really. Shamea, right.
One say that on TV, like with all the friends that I have outside of the show, no one's ever called me a lapdog. So when I come on this platform, I'm like, wait a minute, I am not a lapdog. I feel like I'm a good friend, but I'm not a lapdog. And Nene would always say, Cynthia, no, they're a lapdog.
Yeah, I said,
please know that.
Up Peter.
Like far from it. But those things do stick.
Have you ever used a website platform and given up because you couldn't? Standard alcoholic drinks, close in time to your Addy dose.
Okay, so I would live in Toluca Lake, and these apartments are so old right now, but I can't remember the name of them, but many.
Okay, so you were asked to come back you were asked to do Traitors.
Yes, I was asked to do Traitors.
And then we heard that you were not doing it. Yeah. Why did you choose not to do it?
So I was asked to do Traitors. I was really excited about doing it, by the way.
Yeah, we talked about it, but it wasn't public at that time.
Is it public now?
It is. It is because
the cast.
Yeah, because I think since you didn't do it, I think they took.
She was very excited about doing Traitors. So much so that she's even talked to Cynthia behind the scenes about it because she was excited. But yet people are running around saying Nene turned Traitors down because they didn't offer her enough money.
Portia.
It was Portia and Tamar.
Oh, it was always those two.
No, I don't know.
Okay,
I don't know because they did not reveal to me who the cast was going to be.
Yeah, and Portia didn't tell me either, so I was like, maybe she replaced you.
So I kind of felt like they did get Portia.
Okay.
Yeah, but I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah. Okay.
So,
but why didn't you do it?
I couldn't do Traitors because my son's in the hospital, and he's still in the hospital. And so my son's been in the hospital since May. Okay. Like early May.
When I shot the Nene Leakes show with you, I felt like Brent went in then.
No,
or maybe he was already there.
He was already there.
Okay. Wow.
So for those who don't know, young Brett had a stroke, and that stroke caused his heart to be weak. Well, Nene's gonna tell it, so I don't have to tell it. I'm gonna let her tell it, and then I'll talk after.
He's been there about 2 months.
How's he doing?
He's doing a lot better. He's turned a curve. He has a little while longer to be there, but he's turned a curve.
Okay. And Crystal,
I want to be sensitive because I don't.
Can you tell her what Britt is dealing with?
Okay, so Brent, when my husband died, we only had one son, which is my son Brent. And at 22, he had a stroke and a heart attack. And from the stroke, his heart was weak and it never got back strong. So he needed a heart transplant. So he's had a heart transplant since then. And what's happening now is his heart started rejecting. And so they are now trying to stop the rejection.
I see.
Yeah.
Wow,
so
that's a lot.
He's really young.
Yeah.
And so it's a lot on us.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Do they know why he had the stroke to begin with?
They can just kind of assume. One of the things I was told was Brent was starting to become a diabetic. And from what I'm learning, that diabetes trigger a lot of things.
My mom.
Okay. So for those walking around here saying that Nene turned down Traitors because they were not trying to pay her enough, and that is why Portia didn't get the job, stop. I mean, that's why Portia got the job, stop. Because this lady saying that Brent, who we also watched grow up, y'all remember when Brent was a little boy? He is in the hospital fighting for his darn life. He already had a stroke. Y'all know that. His heart was weak. We watched him in the hospital. We watched him come on and tell us how happy he was that he got a transplant. And then I hadn't seen him for a while, but I didn't know he was in the hospital. So now he laid over there at the hospital and she can't go out of town because if she don't want to go out of town, i.e. Shamea, because she knows she got a sick kid. So she's not fitting to leave out of town. That's how she feels. She can't leave. Brent is in a critical space where he need a heart. She can't be going out of the country. I could see if maybe it was somewhere like an hour or two away. She can get right back. You can't just be going out no goddamn country and think you're going to get no plane to come to Scotland. No, you can't just assume that. You can't just assume that. International and domestic is totally different. So she doing right. She did right not going. You cannot be out no country and the phones and shit don't act right. When I was over there just in Punta Cana, shit, I couldn't even charge my shit right. Couldn't use this, couldn't use that. She did right. She made a good call. But my favorite in the chat was when somebody said that Nell Fletcher kept talking about her deceased mother, and they said that she was giving Weekend at Bernie's. Ooh. Right. She only went to California for the BET festival. That's it, because California is right there. You know, you can catch a flight to California. You can get back in no time. You can get back in no time from Cali. You cannot go out the country and expect you're going to be over there getting on any plane, anytime, anything. She did right. She needed to stay home with her son. But she still, like you said, she went down to the BET Awards, but that's totally different.
Was diabetic, and she recently had a mini stroke. She's doing okay now. That was maybe about 3 months ago, and she's definitely full on diabetic for sure.
Yeah.
So I think there may be some truth to that. For
So
sure.
let me tell you, with Traitors, from the meeting I had, you need to leave by the June 10th, June 11th, something like that. I'm so glad I said no, because in my mind I kept thinking maybe by June 10th, Brent will be much better, you know, just thinking that in my head. But my fear was committing and then having to go back to them and say, I can't do it.
Right.
So that was never going to work.
Yeah.
Brent was very sick, like very sick. It was no way I could commit to it. And you have to leave to go out of the country.
Yeah.
Right?
So they filmed Traitors in Scotland.
In Scotland.
Okay.
Right. And so I was like, damn, like this is going to be like my chance to like,
yeah,
do all these great things and come back like really strong, right?
Absolutely.
And they were talking to me on the phone, like telling me, you know, we want you to do this and this, and this is going to happen. And there was no way I could do it. Yeah.
Well,
Immediately I hung up the phone and knew when I hung up the phone I couldn't do it.
Well, I can say this, and I was excited for you to do it.
Yeah.
Because you're just good ass TV.
Yeah.
And I would love to see you in that space. Because I've never really seen you do
and
a
I wanted to
show
check
like
too,
that.
let's be understood.
Oh, no, we always want to check.
I saw on the blogs where a blogger had said, Nene did not take Traitors because the check wasn't big enough. I was like, no,
That's not true.
No, I got the check.
You got the check.
Yeah. I couldn't do it.
Well, you know, as mothers, I get it. There's no way, like,
100%.
I would have gone either.
No, it's too hard.
And it's such a struggle for us because we're like basically independent, like financially. We're in that space, a lot of us as housewives. And it's hard to leave money on the table. It's always that struggle, especially good money.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
To like choose between family and a check, your child and a check, because you're, you know, part of the reason why you work so hard is to help your children as well.
Well, if Brent had been in the place that he's in today, like today with us coming to LA, if he had been in this place, I would have went.
Okay.
He's, you know, like we can FaceTime him. He's talking. Probably he'll be glad we FaceTime him so he can have somebody to talk to. He's like, he's bored. So now he's up. He wasn't walking at the time. Now he's walking. He's talking. He's doing too much.
Yeah.
Now
I have a feeling you'll be asked next season again anyway.
Yeah.
Like if your time will come, and it'll probably be sooner than later.
Yeah.
Like you would be the star of that season anyway. So you made the right decision.
You know what?
So
I agree with Crystal. Her time is gonna come. Yep, Nene did right. I wouldn't have left my child either. 2 was ago. I sat in the emergency room with my ex-daughter-in-law for 9 hours. Her mom stayed about 2 hours. My son said I would never. Yeah, that's how it be. She needs to be careful about going out of the country while that orange man is in office. Yep. So Nene says she ain't doing it. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna watch the rest of that interview, and if it's some more in there to talk about, we definitely will. But that is my time. I've been on here twice this evening. I ain't really taking care. Oh Lord, mosquito something bit me, y'all. We gotta take care of some stuff around this house. Right. She said that man wasn't walking, wasn't talking. You can't be just leaving him like that. I know people try to ridicule me. Shit, when I left, my son was doing what he supposed to been doing. Just like she said, she could leave now. But there's certain places that as a mother, you have to know when to hold and when to fold them. You understand what I'm saying? You can't just decide, if he ain't walking, he ain't talking. Shit, mine's got to be talking at least. Mine was talking. I could talk to him on FaceTime and all that, like she just said. Otherwise, my ass wouldn't have went nowhere either. It just be like that. Yeah. It just be like that. Yep. Anyway, y'all. Oh, wait a minute. Chocolate Drop said, I'm sick of Shamea. Ooh, child. Oh, you welcome, Tamika. Anyway, I hope y'all have enjoyed the live. I'm about to get out of here because I got to take care of some stuff and grab me some food. Y'all have yourself a good night. And of course, I'll see y'all in the morning. Love y'all and good night.
When I go with confidence, when I go with roll our hips and take a sip on it, take a trip on it. When I go, you can go slow.